Welcome once again to Faith Cruise Network. It is another segment with a faith walk. We believe you are doing well wherever you are and you are being blessed by our videos. We will encourage you to share this video with others who would also be transformed as you are. Today we come your way with a topic on self-discipline. Most in our societies get to misunderstand the word discipline because of how we were brought up. Somebody will say, to hear discipline means I'll cane you, as my father would mean, because he uses the word discipline to mean I'll cane you, or discipline to mean I'll restrain you from a thing. And it has made most of us to misunderstand the concept of discipline. We come your way today to bless you with this, that self-discipline, it's not just about caning. It's not just about being ordered not to do a thing. But it simply means telling yourself you wouldn't do a thing. Self-discipline suggests that there is a self that needs to be controlled, or there is a self that needs to be disciplined. You are not disciplined enough to make your dreams come true, so you go astray. You have a purpose, you have a dream, you are aspiring to become something, but because of the lack or the inadequate discipline in your life, you don't get it. You start a business, but because of your lack of discipline, it goes astray. Now, most people misunderstand self-discipline to mean someone is being proud or he's just overdoing certain things. When somebody tells you, I don't make calls after 8, this simply means I have other things doing at 8. I have 24 hours in a day, 8, 8, 8, and perhaps I spend my first 8 hours working for somebody's own benefit, perhaps at my job or something I'm doing for somebody. I have 8 hours perhaps to rest. I have another 8 hours in my life to either decide its outcome, positively or negatively. So, if this 8 hours left in my life is for my own personal growth, and you come interrupting with calls, it means if I should wait another 8 hours to go, in 3 days I might have spent 1 day wasted in my life, and in 365 means I might have spent a year out of my life. Perhaps God didn't give you forever to live on earth, and wasting a year in your life may mean a waste of your vision, your dream, or your purpose. So to be self-disciplined simply means that I have something benefiting to do in my life, and I got to do it at this time. And it has eaten into even our prayer lives, into a lot of activities, even reading your Bible. Because somebody will say, I have prayers at 8. But a friend said I should go escort him, so let me go. We are compromising. We compromise on the very things that makes us disciplined. We have principles guiding us, but we overlook these principles at the expense of other people, but expect to get the same results. No. Let's get into the scriptures. In Hebrews chapter 12, verse number 11, he writes, no discipline seems pleasant at the time. No discipline seems pleasant at the time. So whatever you are doing and making your plans to disciplining yourself in a particular area of your life, it isn't pleasant, my brother. Others are going and you tell yourself you're not going. My brother, it's not pleasant. It isn't pleasant. It continues. But painful. Bible admits it. It's painful to resist yourself not to do a thing, to refrain yourself from a happiness today, It is not easy. It's painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. You know you have a 10-year plan in your life, a 5 years vision in your life. What do? You discipline yourself. That by the end of these 10 years, I must achieve this. If you don't have self-discipline, my brother, my sister out there, you cannot get to that vision. You need to be disciplined to tell yourself in the next 2 years, you are not going to do this. In the next 10 years, you are going to do this. Even though it may be painful, Bible admits that it will yield a harvest. And when you sit back at the end of the year, you will say, I have gotten it. Look, my brother, my sister out there, on the 31st of December, we all go out there to meet the eve, 1st January. Oh, 1st is coming. And we have these New Year plans. By the end of the year, I must buy this, I must do this, I must do this. But because of a lack of a self-discipline, we go back to 31st and raise our hands and say, oh God, this year wasn't easy, crowd. I wanted to do this, but I couldn't do it. No. You didn't put yourself enough discipline. There was no much discipline to do enough to get it done. And those who did enough, placing their discipline, their life at the risk, got it. You compare yourself to them at the end of the day, and you're back to square zero. We are admonishing you today to discipline yourself in an area of your life, and your life will be transformed by the disciplining of your life. Let's look at another quotation. In Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28, it says, like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control or self-discipline. My brother, my sister, you are exposed to a lot of vices, a lot of ideas, a lot of ways, a lot of things because you are lacking self-discipline in your life. Bible says you are like a city without walls, or you are like a city with its walls broken. Yes, if you don't have principles backing you in your life, you have broken walls. You have broken walls, and these walls can damage you. Because everybody at all can just come in at any time and convince your life. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, I want to do 1 or 2 things right now. Oh, my brother, there is another. Oh, work with them. Let me go back and come. You are wasting your time. Disciplining yourself to saying no to certain things. Yes, I need this, so I have to say no to another thing. You can't expect to become rich when you sit down doing nothing or making unnecessary business on other things. No. Get yourself to disciplining yourself. There is a better way out there when you discipline yourself today. And we are encouraging you today that to whatever plans you might have brought out, that by the end of this year, perhaps you are going to bless somebody with this, you are going to do this, you are going to do this. And in this month, perhaps, the year is just ended and you think you have not achieved it. I want to encourage you that if you put in self-discipline, you are going to be transformed. You are going to achieve it and go back to 31st night and say, yes, I started the year very bad, but I ended it well. Why? Because I disciplined myself to it. If you want to be great, discipline yourself. And do not just discipline anything but yourself. Because it will take nothing to get to your vision but you, the listener. And that means yourself. If this video has been a blessing to you, we encourage you to share to transform others. Keep watching the Faith Cruise Networks, and it's our Faith Walk segment. Be a blessing. God bless you.